Relating talk starts now. KFI, an iHeart radio station.
John and Ken Show. John Cobell and Ken Champeau, KFI AM 640. Well, there's always tension out there sometimes between people driving cars and people riding on bicycles. But what if you start yelling butt dart at them? I don't know. There's a story the Orange County Register did about this social media stunt, they're calling it, that's got bicyclists kind of upset. And apparently, I guess as people drive by, they're yelling at the bicyclist, butt dart.
Butt dart.
When they see a cyclist breaking a traffic law, for example, going through a stop sign, Chad Towersey yells, butt dart, and
butt dart.
He points his finger at them like it's a gun and makes a shooting noise and screams butt dart, and then just screams. And now the cyclists, if you can believe this, are so upset that there's talk that a law firm is considering filing a harassment suit because these cyclists are suffering from trauma over this. Well, I mean, look at this. Is this a real name? Given Sariol is a cycling safety advocate at something called the Sariol Legal Firm. That's not a job. In Santa Ana. And what we want is for Chad Towersey to denounce this. Denounce it. Because the act isn't illegal. Does he have to denounce the neo-Nazis, too? I don't know. Everybody's into, you must denounce this. You must disavow this. All right, let's get Chad Towersey on and see. Chad, is this for real? We were thinking this is just a brilliant publicity stunt that you've set up.
Let me start off by saying, John and Ken, we salute you on this day. And absolutely, I am glad that you guys are chuckling because I'm having a laugh, too. This is so ridiculous, is it not?
This seems ridiculous. What inspired you to yell butt dart at cyclists?
Well, from a young age, at 12 years old, my mom would drive my brother and I and our friends up and down PCH in her minivan, and we'd be going to surf all these different spots. And along our journeys, we would be getting invaded left and right by these cyclists that would wear these spandex, that would have their clippy shoes and their helmet. And back in the day when you're a Grom, the last thing you want to see is someone wearing a helmet when you're riding a bike. I mean, that was back in our day before these rules came out, right?
Yeah.
So we just thought these guys were hyper lame. And somehow, along the way, their aerodynamic shape of their butt being perched up in the air. When they come to a stoplight, they take their bike and they just kind of nestle it right up in their keister hole. And we just developed this name that was so fitting and appropriate to these guys called butt dart.
Oh, all right. So now that's explained. Okay. Now, what about...
Let me make things clear here. There is no butt dart game. The Orange County Register chose to write an article which they perceived was a game. There's no game. No. There is some finger pointing. There was once a gun that came out and was shooting the butt dart ducks like I was duck hunting on the old Nintendo game. But to be completely frank and honest, I just think these guys are ridiculous. They all wear these outfits with all these sponsorship logos. None of these guys are decreasing their speed time, and most of these guys are over the age of 50. Just get out there and get some exercise. The bottom line at the end of the day, these guys do not follow the rules of the road like a regular car. They can ride their bicycles, and I'm surprised we don't see them riding down the 405 freeway on their way to work, okay? And the last but not least, this rule is so ridiculous that there is no rules, yet surfers in Newport Beach have not been allowed to stand up on any flotation device for 60 years because of a ridiculous rule called blackball. No one has ever been hurt. No one has ever been killed from a surfboard. Yet, cyclists are being killed by the dozens here in Orange County year-round.
Wait, when you go past these guys and yell butt dart, you only do it when they violated a law? Or do you do it for sport?
Absolutely not. I love to just say the word out loud with me. Butt dart! It just feels good rolling off the tongue. So I like to hold them accountable for their doinker reactions and just light them up every once in a while and let them know, hey, you're a butt dart.
Now, is a law.
There's another word, too, doinker. Where'd you get that one?
Well, doinker is just a word, and we're all doinkers from time to time. And I'm a doinker. John and Ken, I'm sure you guys have done some. Maybe you've even done a doinker move.
We've done some doinker stuff, right?
I mean, I'm just trying to promote. Let's not take things so seriously out there, and this serial cycling situation. A potential lawsuit against Uncle Tito. I mean, are you kidding me? Do you think it's that scary that someone yelled butt dart when you got guys driving Mack trucks right by you?
This lawsuit story, is this real? There's really a law firm looking at a harassment suit against you?
Well, I mean, this guy, Glenn, is the authoritative figure out there in the butt dart world. And this guy is proclaimed his business to assist butt darts that have had these, unnecessary, unforeseen accidents being caused to them while they're riding in the middle of the street.
This is the Sariol legal firm in Santa Ana, Glenn Sariol.
Yeah, and this guy has been reaching out to me, and we've been discussing, and I am down to help his cause to create awareness on safety, but I don't want to stop calling these guys butt darts. It's just a fun word. I mean,
you
should lighten up.
There's no lawsuit here. You can drive down a road and shout out the window anything you want.
Yeah, people are shouting at me. And I'm not even on a bicycle. Sometimes people just shout from cars. But
we live in a day and age of snowflakes. It's time to melt them away. And I'm sick and tired of everybody out there pointing their finger at me and saying, hey, you're not allowed to surf on your surfboard, and they tell us to come in and bring their boards to the beach. Well, I'm telling these butt darts, I want a black ball flag for the butt darts in Newport, and Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week during the summer months while it's the most congested roads, I want them to get out of their bikes and walk them to the next town, because we get kicked out of the water for surfing, so why should these guys not be held accountable for their actions out on the road?
What kind of work do you do?
I am a jack of all trades. I'm a salesman, and as you can see, I got a pearly voice, and I'm ready to take it on the next level with John and Ken here.
It says you have some website called OcInstaNews?
John and Ken, let me explain something. You want to know what a fake news organization looks like? Go ahead and take a look at the Orange County Register. These guys built this entire article on me, spent about 3 weeks, and they had an intern write it named John Park. Now, this gentleman goes out and sources pictures and promotes this other guy's page that isn't me, that was ripping my page off, called Butt Darts Anonymous. So they gave all the credit to a different guy's Instagram page, which isn't mine. And on top of that, the editor over at the Orange County Register, you're going to love this one. These guys allowed all the photos that they chose were photos that had comments on them by one person. That one person was a troll that they did no research on, that had 17 followers. And this guy went out and posted that he was setting up a mental health and bicycling to help OcInstaNews that was going to end at the Newport Beach Pavilion on a specific date at a specific time, which happened to be where my wedding was going to be that day. And the Orange County Register allowed 4 slides promoting to ruin my wedding and start a war between butt darts and pedestrians. And that is the type of fake news that doesn't do their due diligence and should be held accountable. And on this day, I hold the OC Register responsible.
All right. Chad, it was a pleasure to talk with you. We do have to go now. Good luck with the crusade, all right?
We salute you on this day. Onward and upward, John and Ken.
Thank you. It's been an honor. All right. There you go. Chad Towerson.
By the way, the only thing he's right about is, like, the Register writer, John Park.
Yeah.
He really clinched it with the last story he told. Rick Van Tool was riding a tandem bike in Laguna Beach with a rider who was blind when an Audi pulled up next to him and yelled, butt dart.
Oh, no.
Yes, we found the blind rider.
Butt dart. Well, that's a hate crime then, isn't it? You can't yell butt dart at a blind man.
Coming up next, turmoil at our favorite newspaper. We love it. Chaos.
John and Ken, KFI, Deborah Marquez News.